Yo, we got a very special guest. The owner of the International Brawl Championship, Macca popped by for a quick yarn. Welcome to episode 18 of Health and Wealth.
Yes.
What's going on, Macca?
Nah,
How's
mate.
everything?
Like I said, so we're into it. We're a week and a half out from IBCO3.
Yeah.
We're turning them around fast.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe we're at number 3 already.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing 6 shows this year.
Yeah.
So we'll do another one. We've got Melbourne on the cards, New Zealand's on the cards too.
New Zealand as well?
Yeah, New Zealand as well.
Wow.
Yeah, West Auckland.
This shit's sweeping across the internet, bro.
West Auckland we're going for, and then we're looking at Perth and Townsville and Sydney.
And Sydney as well, huh?
Yeah.
Just before we get into the fight side of things and the business side of things, give us a bit of a backstory on your upbringing and everything that led up to the point of the IBC.
Well, I was born in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne.
Yeah.
Then relocated out to Mildura
Yeah.
for the first 10, 12 years of my life.
Yeah.
Then back to the western suburbs of Melbourne.
Good old Mildura.
Yeah, good old
I've been
Mildura.
there. Bro, a lot of islanders, you probably know this as well.
Yeah, heap
Go
of
and fucking pick oranges.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit down
right,
there.
yeah.
Massive
All the overstays.
Yeah,
all
it's
the
huge up
overstays.
there.
All the overstays they go.
It was funny, you know, like we went, growing up, I always had islander mates, and then going to Melbourne, there's not a great deal of islanders. Like there's certain communities that there's islanders there.
Griffith and
then 100%.
picking oranges. Like.
And then like I come over here, like I moved up to Queensland only 4 years ago, and I'm like, fucking, I felt like little New Zealand or something. Like they're just fucking everywhere up there, you know.
My dad stays up there, and we go up there. It's like islanders everywhere. It's like in Mount Druitt.
Yeah, 100. But look, no, so spent me a young history there. Lived with my mum at the time.
Yeah.
Single mum, battler.
Yeah.
You know, lot of love. We had no money, but you know, loving mum, done her best. You know. Then moved in with my dad and my stepmum, or call mum now, and from there up through my teens and you know, middle class.
Yeah.
Family, mate.
Yeah. Stock standard, running amok.
Just there. Yeah, that's it, mate. Up to no good. Done our thing, you know. Done our best.
As you do.
We've done our best.
Hey, Macca, when I seen that, I was like, this guy's a naughty cat. If he's not naughty, he used to be a naughty cat.
Used to be. That's the key word there. But yeah, then I started family young, so my wife and I have been together 13 years.
Man,
4 kids, beautiful kids, 11, 8, 3 and 2. 3 boys and a little girl, so they keep us busy. Always into make and earn, you know, always just trying to kick a goal and had lots of businesses and everything else. And then sort of got sick of COVID. We had COVID come through. Melbourne.
How bad was that?
That hit us really hard. I lost my panel shop there and a couple other businesses we had going. Then shot off to, I said to my wife, I said, listen, we've got some opportunities up in Queensland. I think let's give it a crack. We only had one son in school at the time, and wouldn't matter where you pick that kid up, put him, he'll come on, he'll land on his 100%. Feet, you know. So we said, fuck it, we did. We headed up there, and it was, you know, so exciting. It was the best thing ever, and then it turned into the worst thing ever, real fucking quick, you know. Like there's a saying in the Gold Coast, mate, it's a sunny place for shady people. Bars,
nigga.
It's you know, there's a small community of great people, and there's an even bigger community of shit people.
Yeah, it can work either way, right?
Correct, right? One mate said to me once, he goes, in Queensland, in Gold Coast especially, not Brisbane and other things, but Gold Coast especially, he goes, everyone's running from something. He goes, and there's a reason for it. It's either them, or it's money, or it's this, or it's that.
You actually got a real good point, eh?
It's true, mate. If you think back to all the stories, you know, of some bloke that's done a run, they're all there.
If not Gold Coast, Brisbane, or Ipswich.
All
the way past down those ways.
So we went up there, and we got probably the worst time in our lives that we'd had in quite some time. We lived a great life.
Due to just the environment or the living expenses?
It was the environment. Living expenses didn't help, but we always had high expenses even in Melbourne, right? So it wasn't the thing, but it was just, I didn't have a community there. I didn't have any friends, didn't have family, nothing. We just come one out. My wife, I literally packed her up. She'd just given birth to our 3rd child, Eli. He was 4 weeks old. We're gone. So we got in the car and
It's a
we
big
went
drive
up.
too.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
We've done it over 3 days. Stayed in Canberra, Port Macquarie, and then
Yeah.
then up to Gold Coast. But
The kids don't really know this much, but as adults say,
Nah.
when you move to somewhere and you don't know anyone,
Yeah.
it's
well,
fucking...
to be honest with you, I underestimated it.
Yeah.
I actually thought, because me, I'm just like, I'm
Back to cool handle anything, brother.
yeah, invincible,
Throw me in
right?
the line,
Yeah.
dude. I'm your
But then the good thing was is that I had a lot of, like, I've got a couple of my best mates now. They live up there with their families,
Yeah.
so you've got a nice little community. But at the time when we were going through it, we didn't have anyone. Like, it was hard. So I ended up deciding and joining a boxing gym. I was kind of giving it to I'm very big on my sons. They play rugby league, right? And I'm very big on 110% effort.
Fucking oath.
But while I'm standing there going, fucking give it 100%, I'm eating a potato cake and a can of Coke, right? So I'm like, hey, kid, and as you guys know or will know and learn to know, right? Kids do what we do, not what we say.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So I said, time to lead by example. So I went and joined a gym, joined Fight Club, went down there and done a 24-week camp, I reckon, because we couldn't find a fight, and ended up coming with the grand idea with my old partner Fids. I said, you know how to promote. I said, just tell me what to do. Let's start our own promotion company. So we done that, and thank God the bloke pulled out a week earlier because I don't know how I was going to fight and promote. Like I just didn't.
How much weight did you lose? You were lost
You know what? I didn't lose a lot of weight. I think,
Was this with Fids? Fids?
Yeah, Fids. Yeah, right?
Hey, shout out to Fid there.
Yeah. So I didn't lose a lot of weight. We were trying to. Fids was like, you need to get your fucking weight down. Because I was going to end up fighting some bloke like Cash. Because I was 105.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to end up with some big fucking Islander and get your head punched in, right? I was like, fuck that. So anyway, lucky it didn't pull off. And then I caught the bug for promoting.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved it, and it was just everything
Your
about
business
it.
mindset,
I was just like, this is amazing, loved it, but we kept losing money. And kept losing money, and anyway, eventually got too much to bear, and we ended up fizzling out and going our own way. Then it was one day I was sitting there and I was sort of recapping everything I'd seen and gone through for the last year and a half, 2 years of boxing promoting. And
What you could have done better, all that type of shit.
Mate, the world's missing something. We're missing something, and we're coming into a generation of people where if they're not entertained in that first 5 seconds,
bro.
they're off you.
Stimulation, eh?
That's
They've got to be
right.
stimulated.
They need that dopamine fix
Fucking
flat
right.
out, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, bare knuckles this is when bare knuckles started to be a trend, right? It was giving them that thirst for excitement and blood, right? But it was too much. They were never going to get on the mainstream network. They were never going to get on television. They were never going to. So
100%.
I thought it's not the right model. So what we realistically need is something like a PG version of bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Said we've got to have a cross between boxing and MMA. And that's what started my mind started going. I said, all right, anyway, in the midst of this, I was thinking about this over the Christmas time. In the midst of this, I had a tree come down and land on the house we were buying. And we were renting it at the time, and then we were going to buy the house. So the owners come around and said, look, what we're doing, we need to make sure, get all the renovations done properly, fix it up, blah, blah, blah. That was a year ago, all right? And we're only just coming out of that now. So I said to my wife, I said, listen, I've got an idea. I go, I'm going to start this promotion. I said, it's cross boxing, cross MMA. I said, I think it's going to work. I said, we've got a year. We had our deposit money there for our house. I said, I'm going to use it. I said, it's either going to make us $1 billion fucking dollars or it's going to send us bankrupt.
Yeah.
She sat there. We sat in the bed. She goes, mate, we've been broke before. Go.
Yeah.
She goes, if you really think and like, mind you, I've said
hectic,
it before. Right?
Again, boy.
I've pitched my missus a lot of ideas in my time, right? And I'm like, mate, we're fucking home. And we haven't been, right? So for her to turn and go, you know what? I think you're on. So this is the first one, and I'm telling you, I've pitched hundreds, bro, hundreds. Like, mate, she'll get a podcast just to find out how many businesses we've started. It's fucking ridiculous. So so I started. So this was all, we registered, I actually found out today because I was talking to my accountant, but we registered the business April last year. So we registered the company.
Yeah.
I sent off. I had my designs drawn because I'm like, I don't want to do it in a boxing ring, and I don't want to do it in an octagon.
Yeah.
Let's cross them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's do a square cage.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've done a 5 by 5 meter
Yeah, I've
cage
seen it, yeah.
because it brings the fight to each other,
Yeah.
and no one can run and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sort of stuff. So we got that made up, and then I was like, I want to film a docu-series. So the docu-series will be on next week, back on KO. So we've got a full proper broadcast
Yeah, yeah.
docu-series to lead up to what we were creating. And everything was just falling into place, just fucking perfectly. Just like it was, it was like a sign, like it was just like everything was going so great. And it was just all of a sudden, then I'm in conversations and talks with, Fox is possibly interested and other networks, and I'm like, fuck, I think we're fucking onto something here, because I knew. The first big promotion I ever went to was called Battle of the Reef, and it was up in Townsville, and they had all the NRL players. Right, this was about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
And
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's the first show I went to, and I walked in there, and that was the light bulb moment for me. Like, this is what we're going for.
Yeah, no.
So we've gone through, and what I realised on that night was there was a perfect example. Paulo fought on that card. Paulo, I think it's when he was with Lincoln. Paulo fought on that card. Now we had we had Ben Hannett and Junior Paulo and Campbell Gillard and Wallace and Nelson Solomona. They were all fighting on it.
That's what I was going to ask you. That's the card that Solomona fought them.
Correct, right? So that fight, every single person was on the edge of their seat going, wow, like loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the boxers come out and they're all fucking booing. And I'm like, I'm standing around and like, these were one of those moments that I thought back to and was like, people will build promotions now based around the fighter and what the fighter wants. Like you have a look at boxing, right? It's quick for me to turn on boxing because that's where I come from. But I know the Muay Thai and other sports are very similar, right? But they're tailor-made. Yeah. There's no real, can you honestly stand here and go, there's a real hard champion?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of them has been padded and
everything's pretty much structured around the A-side.
Correct, right? It's been prepared. So,
Fuck, that's true, man.
and it's made me sit there and I was thinking with it, I'm like, so why aren't we building a promotion to suit the people that are sitting on the fucking seat and buying the pay-per-views?
Yeah, yeah.
Why are we building it to one? Because I'll tell you for one thing, the fighters, they don't want to spend any fucking money.
100.
You know what I mean? Like
They're the biggest tight asses.
That's right. They're tight asses and they expect it from you.
Yeah.
You know, so why are we building promotions around fighters? We shouldn't be. So that's where I stuck with the narrative. We want to build a promotion that people are coming to watch the fights, not the fighter. Now, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch the last two, you're going to see it on the third one, right? Now, no one gives a fuck
I see the highlights.
whose name's in that ring.
Yeah.
Everybody, I've had guys. Our first show, we had a last minute fall over, and we had he brought a big crowd, right? Dean Marks brought a big crowd. He had a torn meniscus, and he was trying to hide it, and the doctor picked it up and said, "Mate, I'm not letting you go out," right? And his crew were filthy. Probably had 60, 70 people there. I said, guys, apologise, sit down, enjoy the night. If there's any other problems, please come and see me afterwards. We'll work something out. Sure enough, they come at the end of the night. They go, that was the best fucking show I've ever seen in my life. We didn't care that our mate wasn't fighting. Because most people are in that narrative, unless you've got an invested interest of watching a show. You know, you're boxing, you're only going there to watch one main guy. You're only going to go watch Tim Tszyu, or you're going to go watch someone you know, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much the main event.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
it's a horrible business decision.
No one cared. It's exactly what it is.
You've got to cater to the people that are paying the money.
And then you've got to spend all the money marketing one person, then they fall over and get injured and you lose it. And then you've got to spend all the time trying to win
or something. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
It's a pretty shit model, eh?
it's disgusting. It makes no sense. It's not recession proof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. It's not. Stupid, right? So the way like if you have a look, if you guys ever make it over, and you're more than welcome to come next week if you just want to put some tickets there for you, right? But you'll go through, there's not a single fucking person on their phone.
Fuck.
Like, it is unbelievable. That was the
Seriously.
one thing I noticed. I stood back on the first one and I watched it get on the second. There is not one person scrolling.
Seriously?
They are like this. They are fixated.
Everyone that was there said the same thing. They were like, bruh, the
mate,
atmosphere was fucking
It's
amazing.
unbelievable. We haven't even had a big stadium yet because we're just getting going. Like the biggest crowd we've had was at 1,700, right? So we haven't even had a massive stadium yet, but it feels like there's 10,000 people.
Yeah, but when the atmosphere's like that,
It's unbelievable,
Fuck
right?
me.
It's just, it's
You're
electric.
G'ing it up after coming.
Mate, you know, and I don't like overselling it. Like honestly,
No,
you have,
no.
you
Just
have,
see it.
you
It's
have
not
to see
overselling
it for yourself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And one thing on the tally is one thing. There,
of course.
it's like, and this was the whole point. I wanted to bring a WWE vibe with a UFC product. That's what I wanted, right? I wanted
It's got
that.
the theatrics of
Correct,
WWE.
the recipe,
right?
Plus
bro.
the brutalness of
That's what it
UFC.
is. Mate, our first one, because we had, like I was saying, I had that big guy.
meniscus,
But I'd flown a fighter up that was, his fight had fallen over. And I said to him, listen, do you want to fight? And he's like, yeah, I'll fight. He goes, I've been training. I said, sweet, we're going to pull you out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Right? So we done it like a wrestling thing,
no
right?
way.
And I'd fantasized about that scene since I was a kid, because I remember there was a wrestler called Santino Marella, right? He was an Italian guy that done a show in Italy.
Yeah.
And the exact same, they pulled him from the crowd, then he become the people's champion and that sort of shit, right? So we're there on the night, I go up to the MC, I go, listen, I want you to call out and say, someone from the crowd, the fight's fallen over, we want someone on the crowd to step up. He's like,
What a fucking setup,
serious?
bro.
He goes, yeah, let's do it, right? So he does it, and mate, I couldn't believe there was 30, 40 people going, I'll do it, jumping at it. And we get this guy, but the reality is, it was obviously all set up because I would have my ass sued. It's just I'd never get me license, right? I'll be finished. So, but it was just fun. Like, you know, it's just.
It would have added to the atmosphere.
Absolutely, everyone was like,
Who's next?
Fucking
I'll jump
kidding
in.
me. Like, I was watching. It was funny. I was watching it's called Cage Side. I think they are. He come and done a media from the first one, and that's what he was reporting. He was sitting and goes, I can't fucking believe they just pulled some bloke from the fucking crowd. And it's just, but it's the theatrics.
Bro, you know, the kids would have been freaking.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, so.
Hey, now everyone that goes and watches is like, mate, babe, I'm
Get ready.
I might be going up.
You're going to have all athletes in
Every
the
time I
crowd.
see the MC, drop down, push up, sit there, warm up. Yeah.
Josh should be the type of motherfucker to try and jump.
100%.
Hey, Mako, what's the convo now with your missus? Now that like it's sort of like set in stone, you know where you're going.
Look,
You're like, oh.
no, the convo's worse than ever because it's just there's so much pressure now. It's the idea was fantastic. The first one was great. Pulled the second one off, and now it's just banking, and it's hard. It's so hard because now you're balancing your life of you know I was a half a stay-at-home dad. You know what I mean? Like my businesses, we lived off dividends and shit like that. So now it's like not having that much time and financial pressures and shit like that. Now, like, you know, we're turning over shows. We've done 3 shows in 4 months, whatever it is.
That's
so
crazy,
August, November, March. You know, it's a lot of money just to keep overturning. So, you know, when we're going, oh no, we're not doing that because we're doing this, we're doing that, like it's the conversation changed.
Just to keep it going, you want to repeat
Correct,
the same process
right?
of the last 2.
But, and the same token too, is that when you're seeing the reward of it, it's easier. It's easier to swallow.
pill to swallow,
It's easier to accept, right? Because you can see the progress, you know, and that's. I mean, that's life, you know. Like at the end of the day, guys, like you know more than anything.
Yeah.
One day's, tomorrow's not always going to be easy,
Yeah.
you know, and the day after won't be either.
Yeah.
But just stay positive, keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know, progress compounds.
Yeah.
Keep doing a little bit of
100%.
progress, mate,
1%
and it
every
goes
day.
off.
Mako, would you say it was a bit of a risky investment considering all your competitors in that space?
Look, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reality, definitely. And to be honest, the first thought I was going to do was trying to build this slowly, right? And I built this slowly, and I went and sat down with Patrick, who's the head of ESPN, before I'd done the first show, and just giving him a pitch deck and
That's crazy,
having
bro.
a conversation with him. And I said, look, this was my plan. He goes, I'm going to tell you one thing. He goes, you're onto something solid here.
Yeah.
He goes, if you don't come out and look solidified, they're going to try and, everyone's going to try and follow you.
Yeah, you're going to jump on it.
Try
Because
copy
you
it.
got to look so big that you're bigger than, and we did.
Similar to that run it straight thing, everyone started jumping on it, right?
Yeah. So we've done it so good that I don't think Not yet, anyway. I don't think anyone's worth the risk
Yeah.
of trying to compete or copy.
You know what I thought, Macca, when I first seen it, I go, yeah, just another UFC thing. But when I actually had a look at it properly, I'm like, fuck, this is his own thing.
Yeah.
Like the way, even that diamond thing that you guys have.
Correct,
That
right?
is fucking sick,
So
bro.
that's the funnest part, and for the viewers and stuff that don't understand is what it is from the second round onwards, the fighters can access the diamond, which is that Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway moment where they both point to the ground in the UFC. So that's what inspired that, right? So both fighters agree, point to the ground. Time pauses. The arena gets blacked out and a big diamond silhouette light gets shot down to the middle.
Go in there like a phone booth, lad.
Both fighters are brought into the centre and instructed to brawl. There's two outcomes. It either gets stopped, or like someone goes to sleep, or the first fighter to step outside the diamond entirely loses a point. So they lose that round. Yeah. So it becomes a bit of a...
That's crazy,
So it sort of forces them to...
Who came up with that
Get in
idea?
there.
Was that
Fuck,
your
that's
idea?
genius.
Yeah.
That's a sick idea,
That's
bro.
cool.
You know why that's genius? The worst thing about fights, because I don't like watch very many. The worst thing I've always hated about fights is like first round everyone's trying to be impressive. Then it's just a points game, dancing, points game. And then the last 3 rounds they're trying to impress.
watch this shit. This is
See, there's
fucking
no
hectic.
point, right? Because then this was another thing, right? So I watched the fight with Shannon O'Connell and Jazzy Parr, right? I believe Jazzy Parr won the fight. Shannon got the win because they reckon she scored enough points punching off the back foot.
That's why she was angry.
I don't like that, right? So now in IBC you can't score points punching off the back foot. It's only standing still or coming forward.
Yeah.
You can still do it
boom,
and
boom.
counter. Counter and you can get the win by knockout, but you're not scoring any points.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's only standing still, come forward.
So it's just stand and bang.
Yeah,
and
we've got a
fucking
thing
do it
like we don't
properly.
reward runners.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just how we do it.
This is a fight sport I can
It
get
just
behind,
gets
bro.
better and better.
I'm gonna be a fan, bro. I don't watch any
100%.
sport, nothing, no fighting, no UFC,
Mate,
nothing.
I'm
it's
telling you,
totally
if you
different,
don't make it up, if you buy the pay-per-view shit, I'll give you your money back.
Even when it comes to
Support the boys. It doesn't
guarantee
matter.
it.
even when it comes to the matchmaking process, how is it with you guys?
Look, it's a matter of matching 50-50 fights. We get to the point where if I offer you a fight, there should be no reason why you say no to it. Because one, not only do we do the matches price, we match the same rate, everyone gets paid the same rate. Like we do it fair. So there's no reason to say, I should be getting more to that. No, we're not doing what boxing and Muay Thai and all those guys do. If you knock it back, I'll fuck you off. I'll just say, see you later. Because there's no reason for you. It'd be different if I was putting you in with a Justin Tougher or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we'd negotiate and say, right, this is the opportunity for you. Would you like to take it? If not, I understand. Right? So we wouldn't punish you in that regard.
It seems like this is the first fighting sport that's actually made for the people.
And that's what it is.
Which is impressive.
We're a spectator sport. We are the sport for spectators.
That's
mate.
fucking awesome. That's
Well,
mad.
that's it. And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, it's Dana White's got the famous saying, he goes, all the trillions of dollars that boxing's had, he goes, but then there's nothing. They don't have gyms, they don't have training centres, they don't have nothing. Like,
That's true.
what do they want? Like, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It's a triangle, mate. It's
Because in the fight game, man, a lot of fighters, they've been known to pad their records, eh?
Yeah.
Of course. And like, it's sad, you know, it's not just padding records, it's whether or not they've got enough followers on Instagram or they sell enough tickets or do that. You know, that you've got some real hard fighters out there that need the opportunity but can't get it because they don't have a big fan base.
Or they don't know how to work social media to their advantage.
Correct, right? So we try and limit that and we try to help with this. And like with us, we are the first promotion that we've taken kids from the street. Like we've taken kids from those backyard scraps and they fought on a pay-per-view.
You know what's
Do you know what I
insane?
mean? Like it's never happened.
It's crazy,
You
bro.
know what's actually insane? When you think about it, consistency of ticket sales and pay-per-view sales, right? They'll have an influx of purchases when there's a big name fighter on. But when there's not, and they're struggling to one-up themselves every time, there's no big name, they don't sell, right?
Yeah.
Or they sell a fraction of it.
Yeah.
It's volatile. But with your thing, no one gives a fuck who the fighter is. You're watching the fight.
Yeah,
right?
that's
so
right.
You're going to have a
Someone's
more
going down.
consistent viewership the whole time.
Well, the other thing is too, from the fighter's perspective too, is that I don't punish you if you lose.
Yeah.
So you don't knock fight again.
Yeah.
Because we reward the effort, not the result.
Fucking oath.
You come forward, meet halfway. In 4 rounds, guys, mate, it's...
Bro, Mako really is
perfect.
You could be the best boxer in the world. You jump in the IBC ring, it's different, man.
Absolutely. We had Osh who come and fought on the first one. He fought Gaz Phillips and come up short there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and like he's
I've seen that, bro. That
he's
was
a
a cracker fight,
he's
bro.
a reputable fighter.
Yeah,
bro.
he's a
Like
big
had
boy.
20-something MMA fights.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he can handle himself.
Yeah.
Even he said after, he was like, "Fuck, bro, what the fuck was that?" Because I didn't expect that. He goes, "I step back one and I'm fucking stuck in a corner." And then Gaz he goes, "I'm just looking at him because he wants to kill me." He's coming over, so
The relentless white boy.
mate. Yeah. So he goes. He was just like I didn't anticipate that. You had, we had what? We have 2-minute rounds with a 90-second rest. And the 90-second rest is great because both fighters come out, they're energized, they got a bit thing. But
2 minutes is perfect.
yeah, correct, right?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Because like for me, I like watching female boxing
Yeah.
because they're 2-minute rounds.
Hard.
Do you know what I mean? You're stimulated.
Yeah.
3 minutes on the fucking.
Bro, in 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes, like it makes a world of a difference in there, bro.
Absolutely.
You're giving your hardest for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
back 90 seconds.
Absolutely.
And your tank can go 2 minutes like solid. I feel
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Look, I've had blokes that have said the same thing. Even Osh was a perfect
And
one.
they
He
got
goes,
it.
"Mate, I fought fucking 2 minutes. I fight 3-5s. Like, this is nothing." He come out, he goes, "Those fucking 2 minutes, mate, they fucking killed me." So he underestimated the first one. So we're definitely going to have him back because I think he's got a point to prove for sure. But it's don't underestimate. And I think that was the difference for us. Like building that first one was very, very hard in a sense because I had a lot of gatekeeping. I had a lot of people that were like, "Nah, I'm not fucking," because we were hitting up semi-medium names.
Yeah.
They're like, "Nah, my coach said fucking stay away from yous," and it's just you're just a fad. You're not going to be around long.
Yeah, hard.
Then all of a
Fancy
sudden,
division.
all of a sudden it went gangbusters.
Yeah.
But what the penny dropped for me was that no one knew who anyone was,
Yeah.
and they didn't care.
Yeah.
They said
incredible.
it was the greatest show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So that's what made me stick with that narrative. Let's keep building the fighters, not
Crazy,
the fighting,
man.
not the fighters.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
Maka, would you, like on the business side of things,
Yeah.
like what are some of the hardships that you had to go through to get the IBC to where it is now?
Oh, mate, we're going from now still.
Yeah.
We go from every single day. You got hardships of you think everything's locked in, then you lose a fighter, or you think you've made money and then you've fallen short somewhere, or you've had an unexpected cost that comes in. But, it's the same.
So many variables that could
There
fucking-
is. But you know what? It's like I don't feel sorry for myself. I put myself there, but the reality is too is that you've got variables in your life.
Yeah.
This is just my lane. You
It's
know what I mean?
inevitable.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
inevitable. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Like the best saying in the world is "This too shall pass."
Yeah.
The bad times don't last, but neither do the good.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you just got to know that.
Yeah,
And you just got to smile and ride it out. And
Take the good with the good
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
bad with the bad.
enjoy
Bad,
what you
ugly.
got, man. Just be grateful. It doesn't take much to turn on TV and realise how much worse other people have got it.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
Especially
It's
today,
just,
man.
and it comes back to my kids. I see if I'm not going to sit there and break down because then my kids do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you teach them that tough times don't last. Tough people
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
100%.
100%.
Hard times never last.
What about the kids? Are they into
Love
any
it.
fighting or anything?
Love it. So my son, he's doing MMA now. My oldest.
Yeah.
My 8-year-old's just not quite there yet. Little bit interested, but I don't force it. Same as
Yeah.
anything I've done them. Like let them do it on their own accord.
There'll be some confident footy players, bro.
But my 11-year-old, right? He's because my wife, she's half Serbian, half Fijian.
Yeah.
So all like Campbell
mix.
Gillard and Tarek Sims and all the rugby
Yeah,
boys,
yeah.
they're her cousins, right?
Yeah,
So you can imagine how
How fucking
big
units,
they are.
bro.
Like,
Big boys?
my 11-year-old, he's 5'4" and 66 kilos.
No way.
He's 11.
At 11?
11.
At 11?
Yeah, he's 11. My 8-year-old's 45 kilos and
Units,
not
bro.
far off, 4'8", like units, mate.
Something in the food, bro.
Yeah,
they eat all of the
bro.
food?
Huge, bro. Nah, not really. Oh, look.
Really?
No, to be
Horse.
honest, my missus
Horse,
took on all the... yeah, no, it's the horse bites. No horses here. But yeah, so they do love it. They enjoy the shows.
Yeah.
You know, my two older boys are just walk around and terrorise the security guards. And, my daddies, and why not? Why wouldn't you, We all would have loved to too. So,
Yeah.
You know, just let them have their fun.
100%.
We had Mark Hanlon a few months ago.
Yep.
And as you know, he's taken the UFC to court for them allowing Brock Lesnar to fight him when
Yep.
he's tested positive to PEDs.
Yes.
Is there a doping process for OBC?
Yeah, look, we are, and so new. Well, to be honest with you, we haven't needed to. There's a lot of young guys and stuff involved. Yeah, we're not really. No one's really been at that level where they're needing.
Not at that stage yet, eh?
You know, and you don't have blokes like Alistair over him walking in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Imagine pulling that kind of crowd. It'd be like, "Bro, test him."
Come on, get in the cage. You have to load him in over it, not fucking through it. So look, we're building a very, very strict medical board and systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know, we're past the stage of we're just an idea now.
Yeah.
So we've put everything in place to run this
100%.
professionally and good. So that's what we're doing.
It must be a skin out to see it unravel in front of your eyes, your ideas, you know?
Look, it is.
Come to fruition.
It's unbelievable. It's funny you say that, right? So for me, it's like I'm so grateful for the way it's going, but I've said it before where I feel like it's like knowing what you're getting for your birthday a week early.
Yeah.
You're excited to get it, but you sort of knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It's a good way to
Right?
put it.
So it's one of those things like when you know. You know.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's just
100%.
How's this obviously it's a big organisation. There's a medical board and how's the business structure work in that? Because like you have an idea in your head, and then suddenly you've got 40 people on board, or 80, or 100, or 300 people on board. Do all the ideas still go through you? All of the clearances, all the checks, everything still flow through you?
Yeah, look, definitely. And I think the reality is that, and it's come with experience where I'm not arrogant to know when I'm wrong. Because at the end of the day, we're building something that I don't completely understand the back end of things.
Yeah.
I had the right idea
Yeah.
and I've put the right formulas into place, but
Yeah.
what's key is putting the right people in the right departments.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not a doctor.
You've been in the business space for a while, eh?
Yeah.
That's experience.
Right? So, and I'm a very good delegator.
Management's
Yeah.
important, bro.
So, and exactly right. So you're only as strong as your team.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Strong
I'm
as
very
your weakest
big
link.
on, if you don't build the right foundations, you know, the tower you're trying to build is not going to last, right? You build the right foundation, you build the tallest
100%.
skyscraper.
You need
Right.
professionals in their
Correct.
fields, bro. You can't
Yeah.
hire bums off
Correct.
the street or anything, yeah.
Exactly right.
Have you struggled to balance every different department?
Look, yeah, and there's been some trials and tribulations where I thought I've had the right people come on board and then they haven't been, but, you know, it's life. You know, you might meet a good bloke tomorrow, you might meet a shit bloke tomorrow, but it's, I think it's knowing when you beat, in a sense of knowing that, see the problem, assess it,
Nip it in the
and
bud.
get rid of it
quick
as soon
action,
as
yeah,
possible. As soon as possible.
Yeah, covering your ass is
Yeah.
important too.
I feel like in every business environment, like you have to have like that mentality where you're like, the high pressure environments, you got to have that nip it in the butt sort of mentality.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
have
if you
to.
let it grow and then it just fucking
It's cancerous.
Festers
Yeah.
and just everything falls to shit.
compounds into
Exactly
something that you
right.
can't handle, yeah.
And spot on. Like, and we've all gone through it. We've held on to friendships and relationships longer than we should have. You know, you're trying to see the good in people and this, that, the other. But it gets to a point now where, well, fuck, I've risked my family's fortune and my kids' future, in a sense, for this. I don't have time for you to fuck me around. Because I'll show you good, and I believe that, I'm a very firm believer that everything will work out well for me because everything I do with good intention.
You do good business.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Do
doing
good,
this
get
good
good.
intention, you got no reason to try and fuck me.
Yeah.
You've got no reason to.
But there's some people, bro. You
That's
give them
it.
an inch, they take a
And
mile.
then
You
just
know.
give them the door.
Yeah.
That's it.
Quick action is so far the most important.
100%.
Like in any business, in life in general, quick action. Indecision is worse than the wrong decision.
Wasted
in my
time
opinion.
is what costs you money.
100%.
Matt,
That's
if there was one thing you could change about the fight game in Australia, because it's pretty fucking.
Well, look, there's not one thing because I'm changing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're innovating it.
I'm
100%.
changing it. At the end of the day, like, and we are changing it because we are changing the conversations of we're not letting the fighter dictate to us in a sense.
Dictate terms.
So the matchmaking's not based on the popularity of the
Yeah.
fighter or
Correct.
the
Correct.
That's what I like
As
about
it
the
should be,
IBC and your guys' approach. It feels like it's something for us, bro.
Because, well, if we do that, we end up exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then look at how many kids miss out.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we took two kids especially. There's been a few more since then, but our two main two were Ronnie Hull and Mitch Madden.
Yeah.
Right, and we brought them over. They were on that fucking hood contender
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever it was, right? We brought them over. We've changed the path of their lives.
Yeah.
So if we start going and concentrating on just names and
Yeah.
then it goes against
Same
what we
shit.
created.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And you sort of fall in the same lane as every other cunt.
That's it.
It's by the people for the people.
Yeah.
That's right. They're all banked up in traffic jam, mate. I'm in fucking fast lane. I'm I passed all of them, brother.
I honestly, like, after hearing about what it is, because I intentionally never do any research for these, because I like to just
Find out
hear it
yourself.
from the source,
Yeah.
you know? So after hearing about what it is, as soon as we're done, I'm going to watch it straight
Yeah,
away.
good
I'm
on you.
excited, bro. This is
Mate,
gonna
you
be
jump on
sick.
our YouTube channel and we've got
Yeah.
IBCO2 up there, and a couple short clips, so you'll be able to watch it all on there.
Yeah.
Done.
Proper
Done.
action.
I'm excited.
Hey, Macca, see these gloves? Are they the same gloves that the UFC guys
Yeah,
use?
yeah, similar.
Cool.
So the difference is, if you open up, you'll see on the thumbs. We keep the thumbs on. You didn't get presents as a kid, huh?
Nah, bro.
I'm actually I'm so invested.
Just rip the can open, bro. Fucking hell, so these are the gloves, huh? Imagine cracking Bill in one of these.
He started.
Here we go.
Come on, Bill. Come on.
Hey, so Macca, have you reached out to him at all?
Look, we sent him a message. He hasn't seen it yet. We have messaged to see if we can work it out. I wouldn't mind. I had the idea of maybe having you and him on the New Zealand card.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good,
That'd be good, bro.
be a good
Yeah, that'd be cracker.
area for you guys to do it.
Bro, I was minding my own business. I just got back from fighting rap man.
When are you ever minding your own business?
I was minding my own business, cunt.
Can I ask?
We got back from Brisbane. I was just be rap man. I broke my hand, and
Yep.
I was at home having a few drinks, and then someone messaged me and they're like, "Bill's on live talking shit about you," and he's calling me out. I don't think he's done his research or nothing.
Yeah.
And then I responded a month later, and then he just didn't reply after that. I think he figured out he's like, oh, he's an actual fighter,
Yeah.
and he hasn't responded since.
Mate, if we can make it happen,
Yeah.
I'm happy to give the platform
Yeah.
for it. It'll be
Look, I've got nothing against the bloke,
sanctioned, insured. It'll be a nice.
I got nothing against the bloke,
Great
but
show.
after this, if he doesn't respond to this, then don't open your mouth about me again, mate.
I don't know shit about fighting, as you know. Are
Yep.
these the same as UFC exactly, or is there differences?
So the difference is that UFC don't keep the thumb on
Yeah.
because obviously they're grappling and they're wrestling and stuff. So we keep the thumb on just to protect that knuckle if it gets clipped or if they go past and cut them. So we just
Not
done a little
very
bit.
much padding, is there?
No, it's not.
There's not a lot between you and knuckle, eh?
Yeah.
It's just look. I don't think there's not a great deal of difference in terms of the impact.
Yeah.
It's more stopping the splitting and cutting and
Because that's
that
the
sort of
difference.
stuff.
That's why BKFC can't land a TV deal, right? Because of the
Split straight
I
away,
would
yeah.
presume it's just because it's just a little bit gruesome. You know, you
Yeah.
got a family sitting at home, and all of a sudden, you know, you turn around and the bloke looks like a
of meat,
predator.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
100%. He's always seeing them in front.
you know what I mean? Like, fuck. So it's like you can't have that. Like it's even like I'm from the fight game, and mate, it makes me
Yeah, cringe, eh?
cringe. You know,
Yeah,
like
fuck
fuck,
yeah.
I wouldn't like
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't like it at all.
You know, from that time you were fighting with Fitzer, that's where you got the bug for it, huh? When you were fighting.
Yeah.
So that's where it all started.
Yeah, it's where it all started because I'd run out of, you know, I got sick of the people and I thought, you know, gyms have generally got a good culture, fighting gyms especially got a good culture because, you know, you get shit kicked out of you if you don't, if you are a dickhead, you know, like so it was a safe experiment. So went in there and got to meet some great people and they all were a part of the starting of our journey and it was great. It was just, we were a little family.
Yeah.
We really were.
Hey, Macca, would you say that you would have had the same effect if you were to choose Melbourne or another state? Or did it have to be Brisbane? Brizzy?
Or Gold Coast.
Oh, Gold Coast, sorry.
Nah, look, yeah, it definitely did. I think I'm on this path because I went to Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I truly do because it was very much fate, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. I didn't know Fidel till I moved to the Gold Coast. I was actually the first person Fidel ever met, right? He was. I was down there. I had a corking business at the time. I was driving to work and I was at the cafe. It was he moved when the Queen died.
Yeah.
He moved. They woke up. He went for a walk with his daughter, and they were getting a coffee. I said, "Hey, what's doing?" You know, because I'm, chatty sort of dude, and he looked like me, so for you up.
It's the same, bro. It's the same.
There's a story to that. So
When I seen you, I was like, these fids, mate, 100%. I was in the club with fids.
So we're going to go, I'll tell you a funny story about me and Fid. So anyway, so we get started, and then eventually this gym pops up around the corner from my house, and my kids wanted to join it, and that's how I ended up finding it and going, I'm going to go train and do this, that. But the funny part is now with Fids, so Fids is from Mildura, right? And now we're a little bit concerned on the amount of how many times people keep coming and go, you Fids. Yeah. Thinking, like if my mum's not here, I'll have to have a hard conversation before I reckon. So there's a little running joke there that that my last name's Tugel and not Mac.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was from Mildura.
Yeah, his brother set up there. But so look, I don't think, I definitely think it was fate.
Yeah.
I definitely think that my life would be on a different path if it wasn't.
Everything happens for a reason.
Agreed.
Like down to the point of if you didn't move there, the lessons you wouldn't have learnt through the hardship of being homesick, away from family and everything leads up to something.
Yeah.
You know? So
everything pretty much fell into place, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It was, and it's great. I'm enjoying the ride and the controversy of it all, and realising how resilient you are as all of us are, and that's the thing. Like, don't think for a second that, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't think that they couldn't do this or could, like I know it's cliche. Like everyone that gets to a point, they go, you can do it too. Like fuck, but it's we've all been there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But honestly, it's a fucking
do whatever you want
truth,
if you're ballsy enough to go for it.
That's it. Go hard and don't give up. Like, just 100%. Fucking don't. Like, mate, so many, like I said to you, it's a running joke. How many businesses I've started. My mates will go, fuck it, you fucking...
That was just all preparation for this moment.
Yeah. Exactly it, man. Like, the things you learn along the way, like, there's no losses, it's lessons.
Yeah.
And you could sit there and go, fuck, I lost so much money on boxing, but, mate, I had a 2-year apprenticeship and learned everything to where I am now.
The workings and everything like that,
There's just keep pushing. Don't give up.
Every
Everyone quits
business.
way too fucking easy now.
How dirty is the business side of boxing? Like fight promotions?
Look.
Like just that whole business aspect?
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. People ain't your mates. And look, this is why, I'll tell you now, if I didn't come up with this sport, I was never doing it again.
Yeah.
Right? Because for me, we were in a lot of situations when I was with Fids, like we were finding out that blokes we'd go and had lunch, we'd do this. We find out they're talking shit and doing this. And I was like, fuck that. I'm like, he's like, no, you can't. It's the industry. I go, fuck. No, it's not. I'm fucking going head first. And he's like, no, you can't, right? So then for now, so it's like there's certain expectations in the boxing world that you should act and how you should do it.
Yeah.
I don't need boxing.
Yeah.
So for me, like I'll act in the right way too. I'm not a piece of shit, not a scumbag, so I'm not going to do shifty shit. But if I need to speak to a fighter, I'm going to speak to the fighter. If they say, can you contact my manager? No problem, I'll contact you. That's the way they do it, but I'm not going to sit there and, look for their managers and say, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't do it that way.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah, there's too much politics in it, and that's what's wrong with it. Everyone's sort of worried about what their cut is of what this poor kid that's getting their head fucking punched in.
Bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Just from seeing Link in that space, just dealing with management, all of this kind of stuff. And I was like, fuck, they're worse than the street, bro.
And that's...
I came from the street to this year, I'm like, fuck,
so
it's worse
true.
here.
It's so true, right? And you're spot on, because the difference is too is that you can't handle it like you did. You can't go and give them a because then you've got lawyers and doctors and fucking... You can't do it, right? So it's...
The weapon in that space is a handshake. He'll kill you he'll rob you with a handshake.
It's true, mate. It's true. And it's just, sometimes it's easier just to walk away from it and go, fuck it, and just learn your lesson.
Cut your losses.
I always looked at it, if someone, say they get you for $1,000, for me, that's a price I'm willing to lose.
100%.
You show me a character for 1,000.
Yeah.
What happened if you got the opportunity there was $1 million?
Yeah.
You'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, just fucking
see
take
it
it with
as
a
you
grain
paid
of salt,
$1,000 to
keep
get rid of
moving
them.
forward, mate.
Hey, Macca, would you say that coming from the fight space, like doing boxing and that, would you say that you carry that into the business realm? Because I feel like you got that grit and that grunt about you to
well, I think
close deals and do all that type of stuff.
you don't have a choice. Like it's if you don't have that part down, that's realistically probably the most important part.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise I just sell the idea.
Business is a high pressure environment. Anyway.
Exactly right. So
like boxes.
it's exactly right. You know, it's and that's why I say I've said it before that, you know, I could quit. There was plenty of times I could sit there and go, oh, this is too much. I'm in a pressure cook. I can't quit.
Yeah.
But how can I get the respect of a fighter that's going through the exact same emotions in his world in fighting? He doesn't quit on me.
Fuck, that's a good
Why
way
the
to
fuck
put it,
would I
bro.
quit on them? You know, like I'm not going
Yeah.
to just fold over and give up. I'm going to help these kids.
Yeah.
What a boss, brother.
That's how
What a boss.
that's how I look at it, you know,
Yeah.
like that's how I look at it. So it's leading by example.
Yeah.
You know, and it's setting a I can't, I've never
Pretty much
been-
forcing these other cunts to do better for your fighters, mate.
That's it, you know, and the fighters will recognise where they can do better too.
Yeah.
You know?
And having that type of attitude, I think the fighters are gonna flock to you, bro.
Look, and we welcome them
feel
because
like-
everyone's got the opportunity and everyone has a chance.
Yeah, I feel like these fighters are just looked at by promoters as like little bargaining chips, you know what I mean?
Agreed. Well, you look how many blokes are picked up and sign a contract and then they're shelved.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at least like for us,
Would that be the clear the pathway for another fighter that they have coming through?
yeah, there's someone they've picked up better, but at the same token too, what it is, well, I've done all this marketing for this guy. Why am I going to let him go to another promotion and they're going to benefit from what I've done?
Yeah.
And that's the toxicity
Yeah.
of it. That's
Yeah.
what's wrong with
Fuck
it.
yeah, right.
See,
The poor fighter,
I won't lock a fighter down unless I know I can go, right, I want you for free fights.
Yeah.
These are your 3 dates. Right, so you know when you're earning. Because I don't like the fact that this is a short, you just broke your hand, right? You don't know when you're going to fight next. It's a short window.
Yeah.
Right? So why rob these kids of the youth that they need and their health
Yeah.
by signing them to 5-fight deals and stuff and then
holding
putting them
them
on
down.
and shelving them?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's not fair.
100%.
So unless I know you're going to be this active for 12 months, you sign for 12 months.
Oh, so you
If
give them a
don't-
long-term deal.
Yeah, that's right. So if
Yeah.
you don't, but what I'll say is that for whatever reason, if you don't fight and you get other opportunities,
Yeah.
I'll let you fight.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that
Yeah.
because you're going to make money where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's that. You know, fighters are special individuals. They're great at what they do,
Yeah.
but they don't. When a fighter's so invested into their sport, they don't have a great other options
Yeah, bro.
to go to, right?
Yeah.
So they've
Because
got
they've
to
given because you've got to give
capitalise.
everything to
Yeah.
it.
That's right. So you've got to capitalise as soon as you can, right? So we try and accommodate for that. I've already had fighters now that, you know, like, oh, we want to commit, and I said, yeah, it's fine. Like, if you're ready, we'll make the right
Yeah.
deal that works for both, and go from there.
I
But
I feel like it's gonna take over by the end of the year, bro. Because the environment just sounds
100%, yeah.
perfect for an up and coming fighter. You know
like
what
I
I mean?
said, you do everything with the right intention, you get
Yeah.
rewarded for it.
Do good, you get good.
That's it.
100%.
That's crazy.
Hey, Macca, you never thought of managing fighters? I could see you doing.
No, I don't want it.
No,
I don't want it.
It's
I
a
don't
head
want it. It's a head fuck.
Yeah.
And they are. I've co-managed some fighters before.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your last envelope with them, right? And they're easy to turf
Like
you.
babysitting, eh?
Yep, they're easy to turf you. You can't look. Don't get me wrong. There are good ones.
Yeah.
And there's ones that I've got ones now that I manage with advice and I keep an eye out for them and say,
Yeah,
do this,
yeah.
do that. But we'll have an in-house management company now
Yeah, yeah.
that will be taking over that role and managing them. And that's just for them. They'll have a third-party lawyer. That's just for their peace of mind to know that we're not controlling every aspect, right?
Yeah.
Because if I start managing and they're fighting on my promotion, then it takes one fighter to get the shits of me and they go, you know, he's been doing this and doing that.
Favoritism, this,
Do you know what I
that,
mean?
yeah.
So then that way we keep everything on a level playing
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
keeps everybody honest, right? We'll have an in-house management team that he will basically have a contract for IBC. And he manages the fighters and makes sure that they're getting the right deal and
Yeah.
we negotiate because we just want it to be right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You do everything with love, huh?
Do everything with the right
Bro, it
intent.
sounds like you got everything covered, Macca, man.
Straight up.
Well, look, as a kid, right, we didn't have a lot of money, right? So I've
Yeah.
got this thing that.
Very resourceful. Huh?
But what it was, right? So it took us 3-4 years to save enough money from our birthdays to buy our motorbikes or bikes or stuff like that, right? So what happens is because we didn't have a lot of money, so we always spent every dollar we had on the bike,
Yeah.
then we had no money for the equipment. See, for me, when I build my businesses, I do it the opposite.
Yeah.
So I spend all the money on the equipment first, then whatever's left, I buy the bike with.
Yeah.
It's an analogy, right?
Yeah.
So I make sure
Helmet,
everything on the base level
It's covered.
is done right,
Yeah.
then the business will flourish.
Fuck, that's a good way to put it, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking building blocks, huh?
that's
Build
it.
it and it will come.
That's it.
Hey, Macca, 5 years, bro. What do you reckon?
5 years.
Where will you be?
I think we'll be on par with I think we'll be on par with UFC.
Fuck it. That's
really
crazy,
do.
bro.
I think
I would love to have a conversation after that
I
happens,
think
bro.
we've done.
Yeah.
I think.
Nah, he won't know us in 4 years.
Nah, not like that. I remember the day once, mate. I know where I come from.
Who can? What podcast?
Health and hookahs.
I really do. I think we're going to be the biggest combat sport in probably 24 months.
I believe you.
Right.
I believe that.
Definitely
too,
the
bro.
fastest growing in 12. Because it's not to say I'm not saying we're better.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying we're better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
different.
But we have formulated this business to
It's a
target
niche,
a broader audience.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't need to be respective of the skill set that we do. You're not there for that. You're there because you got half a chump fucking
Proper action,
getting
bro.
excited watching it because it's just exciting.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy, bro.
You know, it's the redneck just want to put on a barbecue, crack beers, and watch punch-ons.
Yeah.
You know,
it really
that's
is.
what it
Caters
is.
to that.
You know why it's crazy actually? Because I wanted to get into the UFC a little while ago, and my mate Dean's heavy into it. He knows everything
No,
about
this is
Yep.
way,
fighter,
way
whatever.
better. This is way better.
And so I asked him like, "What's the next fight? Who should I look for? Whatever." And he starts talking. I swear, like 3 hours later, and he's giving me all this lore about which fighter done this, and I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck, bro.
But that's right, you don't.
no.
You don't.
And then I realised I don't like that.
100%.
You know what I mean? This is
just,
perfect.
Just which one's going to fight?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Who's going to punch
Who's
on,
gonna
bro?
fucking punch him?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, give us that.
At home on
Keep
YouTube,
it
we just
simple.
put fucking King of the Streets for like overseas, and they just do all of the
You see-
fighting, random shit.
See how everything's structured around the fight, and it's
Yeah.
still growing to as big as it's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
UFC, boxing.
Imagine
how
I
big this
see
is gonna
this
get.
getting way.
But that's
bigger,
what I say. So we've got a much more broader audience.
Yeah.
Because we will still win over the people that enjoy combat sports and the
Yeah.
enthusiasm of it,
It
right?
still
Yeah.
pulls the
But on
boxing
top
fans,
of it,
everything.
we've got
Mass
Yeah.
audience.
the average Joe Blows and punters that just there for a
Hard.
quick action fix. You know?
And you know what's mad as well, Macca? It's like an Aussie thing.
Hard.
Like it's not like a
Backyard
Well, it's
bits,
spot
mate.
on,
Yeah,
right? That's
oh,
exactly
you know what I
right.
mean?
So
It's like it's a backyard thing. You know what I mean? Like it's our,
we are. We're Aussie owned.
Yeah.
And we're taking it to the world this time.
Fucking
It's
oath.
not them coming to us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what we're doing.
It's
And
good
like,
to see something started on our shores getting taken
Hard.
overseas.
It's always
See,
They're
them
always
coming
shipping
here.
things here.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. As soon as someone makes it, they fuck off to America and then come back.
Yeah, agreed.
It's fucked.
Agreed.
Yeah, and pretty much you got to go overseas to make it anyway, like in the fight game.
We're bringing
Look,
shit here.
the
apparently.
the
This
problem with here is that, and this is why it was international brawling from the start,
Yeah, yeah.
right? It's because we just don't have the population, and you know, tall poppy syndrome.
gonna
I've said
say
it
it.
before.
guy. I was gonna
It's
say it.
very,
and I
very
was
real
like,
here. And I'll tell you
that's
how it
very
started.
bad, brother.
It's how I noticed it, right? So when I started, it was good on you, mate. You know,
Fucking hell.
doing your first show. I love it. It's great. You know, good on you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a second show? Fuck, mate. I seen the first one. Looked great. What the fuck do you mean? How are you on Fox Sports? Right? That's what it said.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get to a point
Yeah.
where you've achieved something they know they can't, because in there it's like, oh, I could do that.
100%.
I could do that.
Yeah.
You get it to a
got
point where
lucky.
they turn. And this is the problem with the culture.
You can do good, but not better than them.
100%, right? So this is what we're trying to change. So it's like now, towards the end of the year, we're going to start series. And we're already doing it with New Zealand, so we're going to do Battle of the Anzacs, which is Aussies versus Kiwis, right? So that'll be cool, right?
That's gonna go off,
Yeah,
man.
right. So then we're
I
doing.
can't wait to the American one.
Yeah,
Australian.
right. So then we're going to do like a Super Bowl series for America. So it'll be like, you know, just something gimmicky. And then we've got we're going to do the real Ashes series, because obviously the Ashes we have England and Australia
yeah,
and the
yeah,
cricket,
yeah.
right? So we'll do real Ashes series, and we'll have
Fuck,
UK
it's gonna
team
go off,
versus an Aussie team, and because we want to try and get the patriotism from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Australians
It'll pull
to
the
get behind them,
countries,
because we don't
yeah.
get behind
And
a
that'll
lot.
push it
man.
hectic.
We don't get behind them.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it's like you have a look, and it's you have a look at like UFC, and you'll have like Volk who fight in Islam, and then you'll have the Muslim community that'll jump behind Islam, and then
No one
Yeah.
behind
reality
Vox.
is we've got to
Yeah.
stick with where we're from.
It's that
you
tall
know?
poppy, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
you
bro.
know, so it's not.
That's why none of our athletes or stars are here. We get no love, like
No, we
in our own
don't.
shores.
We
They
don't.
go overseas, they get fucking all the love over there, but here
Yep.
they just hate us, bro. It's crazy.
So we've got to
Crazy,
try and change the narrative of that. And
How
I
would
think,
you do that?
Yeah,
well,
I think that.
I
you-
think
you-
what I'm doing, and I say I think because I'm not fucking sure, but I think it's creating a product that speaks to the general public,
Yeah.
right? Not that 10% of the boxing and
Yeah,
Thai
of the fight
industry.
community and the. Yeah.
You know, that's right.
Yeah.
They see Aussies now. There's one thing that, all right, there is a lot of tall poppy syndrome, but the Aussies do love the underdog too.
Yeah.
You know,
Everyone
you
loves
build
the
that
story,
underdog
bro.
story of the rough kid from there with
Yeah.
his
Always
come up
counter-
and
Yeah,
you
bro.
know,
always
like
counter the Aussies, the
Kimbo
back
Slice.
underdog,
You know,
eh?
everyone loves
Yeah,
like
Kimbo,
Kimbo
yeah.
Slice, right?
Yeah.
We're creating modern day Kimbo Slices. We're taking kids and giving them opportunity to.
Because it's not fighter based. So
Correct.
there's no chance for anyone to develop tall poppy syndrome by the time
Correct.
someone new.
You know, and then we do things. So there's certain cultures that I do inside now with the team. So we've had a lot of guys that have fought with each other, and then they're teaming up and sparring because they're fighting on the next card together,
Yeah.
right? So then now we're adding things in like
Yeah.
So it's multiple fighters, like it's team thing as well.
yeah. So we're creating that team because what we're doing now, then we'll end up selecting. We'll have a state of origin. We'll have
Yeah.
Queensland team versus New South Wales,
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff too. So it's all in the.
It's gonna pull the
pipeline.
Would it
crowd in,
ever-
bro.
Yeah.
Would it ever work to have 4 fighters in the cage?
I think they're really
And a
good.
bigger
You see
diamond?
that in
I
Russia?
think-
And a bigger diamond?
I think four's too many.
Yeah.
You go to the local
I've
pub,
seen-
you
I've
see that
seen
shit.
Whoa.
If it's not
I was
4, it's
watching this thing
2.
in Russia or Switzerland or something.
Yeah, nah.
Tall people in the thing.
That's our
I
brawl
think
class.
I think Combat Sports Authority would fucking have me
Uh-huh.
if that was to
It
happen.
wouldn't make
Yeah.
sense, but it's not entertaining to watch.
You reckon?
Nah,
Because then
We-
one
we
v2
are-
pulling a clutch on a 1v2 would be sick.
we've
bro.
got something. We've got something in the pipeline that we're working on that you guys will see. I don't want to give away too much, but we are working on a interesting concept like
Show
that.
us when
Yeah.
the
Down,
camera's off.
down the we'll talk about it after. but
Done.
There's something pretty cool that we.
Who's getting pulled out of the crowd next?
Will you come along and I'll pull you out?
Yeah, you were telling just before we closed off, we're hitting the mic. You were telling me a story about Mark Hunt outside.
So Mark Hunt, right? he comes to IBCO2, and absolute gentleman of a guy, and he come up to me and he's like, Dan, he goes, I heard you have a heavyweight fight fall over. And I said, yeah, he goes, give me some shorts and gloves, mate, and I'll get out there. And I'm like, Mark, we're laughing before he's having it. He's like, fucking stand there. And he's like, no, seriously, go get me some gloves and shorts. I go, Mark, you're holding a fucking Jim Beam cam, bro. How the fuck am I going to get you out there? I said, well, we'll talk next time. So he was legit, mate. He was down for.
Hey,
Hey,
he's a proper
fucking-
fighter.
Mate, he
standing
wasn't sitting there going like money. Like he goes, let's put on a show. Like he was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
all for it,
You
Like,
would have felt the
I had
fucking.
a lot of respect for him for it. He just wanted to help the
Yeah,
show and
he's
help
such a
with
good
That's
dude,
just,
bro.
that's just Mark. He's
Fucking
never gonna
oath,
stop
eh?
fighting, eh?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
shout
don't
out
think so,
Makana.
mate.
He's such
He's
a
a
good
gentleman,
dude.
bro.
I actually love him, bro.
He's
He's
a
the best.
fucking warrior. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
bullied
mate.
me.
Yeah, they're one of the best to ever do it.
100%.
Hey, you reckon Macca, you ever get in there?
Me,
Yeah.
mate, I've got enough battles on me. That's fucking kidding me.
Who we gonna pull the fucking
Right, no way. I'd do it. Maybe we can do Dana White versus Dan Mack or something. One
That'd be
day.
crazy.
We'll do one of those.
Well, I reckon 3-4 years you'll get to that, lad. Get to that.
And he'll still probably give me a touch up. And he's fucking 50.
Nah, I don't reckon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the UFC, eh?
Everyone that starts a fight commission is bold. It's crazy. Every
sort
single
of-
one.
Mate, let me tell you, even if they don't, by the time they get through it, they'll fucking be bald. Let me tell you.
Hey, Macca, it's like the 4-ounce glove just evens the playing field out.
Yeah.
Age doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's who hits first.
Look,
Skill level, nothing.
it's everyone has a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. And this is why we've done this rule set, because for the first time, we can actually bring Muay Thai, kickboxing,
Yeah, bro.
boxing,
Nah.
all into the one demographic, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just hands. There's no grappling, there's nothing. This is honest fighting, man.
Yeah.
This is just honest fighting at its best.
No running.
No
fucking
running,
thing. You get in
can't
there
bounce off your ropes.
Yeah.
Can't sit, like,
No back foot shit. Just
That's
going in
it,
there.
bro.
Fucking bang, bro.
that's it. Be a man.
I'm fucking so G'd up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so gassed. I'm so gassed. I need a, what do they call it? A media package or something. You send out the gloves and all the What do they call them?
Yeah,
PR
should
package?
start- yeah, PR package. That's
Fucking
right.
Hey, so what's the schedule like for this for the rest of the year? So you got the event next week.
Yep.
And then you got.
Then we're
what's lined
looking
up for
at
the
we're
year?
looking at Melbourne, April, May.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Modini's on that card. Eh?
Yeah, Modini's
Yeah,
on the
correct.
card,
Medini's
yeah.
headline and
Yeah.
this one. Yeah. So we're Melbourne, April, May. Then we're looking Auckland around July.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to get here back from a few venues and stuff like that.
So that's the one you'll get me on with Bill.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully, Bill.
The
The
stage is set, brother.
Slide in the DMs, brother.
Yeah.
We'll work it
The
out.
Aussie brother's gonna have a
Yeah.
field day with this one.
Right. He,
You guys are
he's-
talking to Macca tonight? Yeah. You guys make sure you put all these things.
Yeah, I
on.
love it.
He's so quick with it, eh?
Yeah,
Hey, he's a
very
shit stirrer, that fucking
No, but, you
fucker.
know, and appreciation to you too, mate. We don't know each other, but he gives us a lot of support. And,
I don't know him. I don't know
yeah,
that. All I know is his name's Jim, but he's a very good plug when we have combos in there.
yeah, mate. I appreciate you, Jim. Thanks, mate. I really do.
Shout out to Aussie promoter.
Yeah, and so then we'll have Sydney,
That's gonna be
possibly
massive.
Townsville and a Perth. But the plan for the end of the year is the Vegas.
Fucking
That's
hell.
that's
The
our
end of the
plan.
year?
Yeah, end of the year.
Hey,
Boys
guys,
trip to
if they're there,
Vegas,
we go.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Boys trip?
At the end of the year,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
so it'll be good.
Hey, Vegas. One more question, Macca. Is it hard? Is it
the
hard
rolling
finding
one.
like stadiums, like fucking venues and shit?
Yeah, it's been very difficult.
Yeah.
And the problem is because we haven't, because what happened in the mix of me starting this,
Yeah.
we had all the bare knuckle will blow up
Yeah, yeah.
with BKFC coming to Perth and then all the protests
Yeah, yeah.
there on,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's too gruesome. And then we had Mundane's World Bare Knuckle that was going on in
Yeah, yeah.
Brisbane. They're like, no, they were really, so me trying to convince them that we weren't bare knuckle, because a lot of venues are like, we're not doing it unless it's a sanctioned event, So, but now our track record
Yeah, yeah.
and everything is improving. And,
Yeah.
you know, being on Fox Sports and
Yeah.
all those televised
I think that'll
things,
cool a lot of heads, bro. Being on
Exactly
Fox Sports.
right. Exactly
Yeah.
right. So, it was difficult, but it's getting easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, we're gonna see you as a high household name. Fucking
Very
very
soon.
soon, eh?
Very
I
soon.
feel
like-
like, bro, Vegas, I reckon, bro, it's going to be massive. Macca.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of a sport I haven't watched yet. It's crazy.
Just make,
Do you know what I mean? How weird is
Hey,
that?
When you
Macca,
see it,
just
bro, it'll be
just
fucking
make sure
crazy.
you remember us when you get there, huh?
Yeah, done. I will. I appreciate you, boys. Thank you.
Hey, that concludes today's episode. Thank you, Macca, for coming on. You're absolute gentleman.
It was a pleasure,
Thanks for
Macca,
your time,
man.
mate. Thank you.
Everyone stay tuned for the event
Next March. March 7th.
March 7th.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Everyone like, comment and subscribe and tune in for the next episode.
Buy
Thank
the
you.
fucking pay-per-view or you're a gronk.